It's 1 p.m. on this Thursday, now afternoon. I just stepped out here. Been laying down trying to relax a little bit, but of course not being able to sleep. And, well, right now we are currently under so-called sunny skies here. They are forecasting rain to be moving in a little bit later. I'm not exactly sure the timetable thereof. I thought I'd go ahead and once again just record a little bit more of what we've got going on. Man, I'm not okay right there. So of course we got this activity kicking, as now this is the second craft soaring overhead. We've also had the small engine aircraft that's been flying directly overhead on different occasions. Yeah, this is some very strange skies. I mean, it was, the milky white crap. All the reflective material. And forgive me, I am still not with it. I plan on. Yeah, see, we got some. I don't know how well this is possibly turning out. Of course, I never am anymore because of the focusing issues and so on and so forth. Once again, because of so much stuff in the air. Oh, here comes another one here, right? So, possibly prepping the skies for this precipitation to move in, if you will. Which, of course, I don't agree with those narratives. I don't agree with many narratives today. But I will state that, well, whenever we have the change of the seasons or change of the weather or what have you, there's a lot of issues when it comes down to trying to locate strong signals so I can actually not only post videos, but just do anything anymore. And of course, it's, this nonsense of digital and no longer analog. And it's only going to get that much worse because once again, we got artificial intelligence. Look at this. We've got artificial intelligence that, it's absorbing the power through digital devices. And that's even when they are not plugged in to any power source. Okay? So, AI is in the air, right? And this could even very well be an example here. But, well, typically, as far as my daily routine at this hour of 1 p.m., it's now thereafter, of course, but I like to kick back for about an hour and watch past episodes of the Western Gunsmoke. And I plan on going in and jumping on that as I have myself some lunch and see what should occur after that. I don't know. I might even spend a little bit of time out in the woods with what few cats are out there, which basically is the young ones, and which, well, I'm not sure who is down here right now, but it looks like somebody's at the base of the feeding tree here. But already, I've taken notice of cats pairing off and wandering about. And of course, the shelters that I've provided for these cats was more or less for getting out of the winter conditions, not really rainy conditions. Although I've done, well, the best that I could always do better, but yeah, I just might spend a little bit of time out there before we do have this onset of rain. And once again, they're still talking about, going back to winter conditions this weekend. So, but anyways, yeah, as far as having to find location for signal or stronger signal for reception, transmission of whatever. Yeah, we got a sparrow. They're already nesting. You might be able to see a beak of a sparrow, or maybe it's tail feather. Looks like a beak. They're nesting in the vent. But yeah, I was actually quite surprised that my previous video, being a half hour in length, had posted relatively quick. But it's because I had to go back to place my phone in the window of the bedroom in order to pick up anything. We've got a squirrel back here. Yeah, it might be Foxy. In fact, I believe it is. Just flagging that tail around. Well, if we're able to see that. Yeah, and if I keep my, yeah, I don't know if I'm capturing her. I can't see. Oh, there we go. Doing some talking up there. Possibly upset that I am targeting her. Well, at least I'm getting a little enjoyment out of my recording. Yeah, I'm trying to maintain my sanity once again. Wow. She is just... Yeah, if you can hear over the background noise of all the traffic, which we have had a great deal thereof. Probably scolding me for not providing any peanuts here lately. And not that much seed. And as I don't see anything else around to where she would be upset or... Yeah, I hear you. Rat, rat. Rat, rat. I should not be mimicking her because I don't know what... I say she, but could be a he. But yeah, I should not be mimicking as I have. What? Really? But I'm going to have to veer away from targeting her. If I am, I don't know. It's just so bright and... But once again, so here we go, right? I'll let her continue. It's going pretty darn quick. And leaving, a little bit behind right there, which is kind of dissipating rather quickly. um, yeah, my targeting skills have not been all that great here lately. What's the matter for you, eh? Huh? And I wouldn't doubt it if Blackjack was around someplace. Oh, there we go. Yeah, she's looking right over here at me. And, well, this is probably getting rather long, and I am missing an episode of Gunsmoke, but that's not really a big concern, as I have pretty much watched them all throughout my lifetime. But oh, she goes, still chattering away, and we shall do likewise. um, yeah. Okay, dokie. So yeah, we're supposed to be somewhere in the vicinity of 50 degrees or a little bit higher today, until, of course, this onset of rain. And then, well, let's go ahead and see what we got back in here real quick. Very difficult to focus as always, but okie dokie, artichoke. We shall leave off with that. Oh, maybe not. Sounds, well, anymore I'm just having too many issues trying to capture those small engine aircraft, and sounds like there's one that might be headed this way. Well, that's surprising that I can capture these jet aircraft so much easier. Yeah, you hear that? Okay. Oh, come on with it. Let's see ya. Oh, where are you? Oh, see, I cannot find them. Man, they are loud. Okay, that's what I kind of figured. I just wasted a couple of minutes on that, didn't I? All right. You win some, lose some. Yeah, well, it looks like we're getting more of these cloud structures of sorts back in here. If once again we can target any of that. And the winds seem as though they are beginning to pick up. Alright, I guess. This is Skywise out.